Hi, my name is Jules. I'm a lecturer in communications and also a law student. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so we're going to look at how to overcome procrastination and start writing your essay straight away. Okay, so what happens is you're in college, you're in university, and you get given a question for an essay. So it might be, let's say, should 16-year-olds be allowed to vote? Okay, so you've got a few words, one sentence, and you're expected to write, let's say, 2,000 words on this one sentence. So I used to just freak out and be like, oh my god, what do I do? How do I start? I just start writing the night before, just rampaging it, because I really didn't know how to tackle beginning. I think starting is really hard. So after my time at university, I've made a few techniques. So the first one is to start with a mind map. And this is very simple and very obvious, but it's just the first thing you should do once you've got a question. Put that question in the center of a page and just start scribbling any idea you can possibly think of. At this phase, no idea is a bad idea. Get everything you can think of on paper, which leads to the second thing you should do, which is take a few of these key points and chuck them into Google or Google Scholar, which is like Google but for academic stuff if you don't know about it. Okay, so start researching a few things from your keywords, and then you'll start to see what other people think about the topic, because essays, it's a lot about combining what other smart people think into one argument rather than just you being smart and thinking of all the stuff on your own. Okay, so once you've started researching a little bit, what I normally do is I look at some academic journals. I'll read the abstracts and see if it's linked to the point I'm trying to make, and if it is, I'll just save it down into my files. If not, I'll just forget about it. There's already enough stuff to read. Okay, so once I have a few things to read, what I'll do is I'll open up a Word or Google Docs, and then I'll break it into subheadings. Okay, so what you want is loose subheadings. Let's say normally you'll have some sort of concept that you need to define. So you could have one subheading that says define concept. Okay, and then when you start reading things, what you want to do, and this is really cool if you're a geek, is you want to start recording, copying and pasting the citations of that reference and making it a specific color. So let's say light blue for one reference. And then once you've read through, you can start adding light blue bits into the different subheadings. So let's say you've got one subheading, again, concept definition. And normally in articles, they will start with defining the concept too. So there might be a bit of concept definition in every article you read. So what you do is you chuck that information, you can copy and paste it or write a little note to yourself in that subheading, and then you make it blue. And you can put the page if you need to reference pages too. And then all of a sudden you've got a subheading, you know the topic, and you've got all this information on that topic and where it comes from. So by the time you go to start writing your essay, what I normally do is I copy the subheading into a different document, so a concept definition, and then I start writing out all the stuff that I've already got in there in my own words. So, I'll start writing out what this person says and what that person says, and I know exactly where they're from because they're all referenced in my notes. So that's really my 3-step process to writing an essay. You start with brainstorming whatever, you look into the articles, and then you take notes with this color-coded subheading system. And then it's basically a flow into having a finalized product. One other tip I'll give you about actually writing the essay, and I do have another video, or I will have one soon, about actually writing the essay. This is just the steps before you get to writing. But one tip I'll say is once you get to the stage where you've got all your subheadings and information, what you want to do is you just want to smash out a really crappy first draft. And I always tell my students this in my university, just write something terrible. You're never going to write something amazing your first try. It's impossible. Always edit, and make it good. But you're not just going to write something good. I mean, you might, but I'd be pretty amazed. So you just want to take those concepts from your subheadings, write something terrible, and then you've all of a sudden got an essay. And you're like, I actually don't feel too stressed or too bad. I can go through and edit this later. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And yeah, thanks for coming around.